Welcome back to the Barrel Talk Podcast. This is episode 83. Got the full pod here today. Connor Carson, Isaac
Yeah.
Solmeyer, Nick Wynn, Will Snowball. How we doing?
Yes, sir.
We're doing.
Back in the saddle. Back to the swing of things.
The saddle.
Back in the saddle.
Oh my gosh.
Back in the saddle.
Yes.
I know the fans been clamoring for me to get back on here.
They actually haven't.
No shit. Well,
this is five
Highest
is a
ratings
lot.
ever while you were gone, actually.
well
Yeah.
what was the what number are we on?
84.
83.
83. Shit, they never thought we'd really
wrong.
make it here. That's the thing. That's the thing though. They never thought we'd make it. Them.
Wes Welker will.
Never thought 83.
Yeah.
You were number 83?
Heck yeah, for the Pats. Yeah, that was.
He a bum for real though.
What do you mean? He was the slot receiver, the OG Wes Welker. He made.
Who was that?
Every Wes Welker.
I've never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
I only know
Yeah.
Jets. I only know Jets. Wes Welker.
Jets. Oh, Wes Welker was over on the Jets.
Sorry, I meant Braxton Berrios.
Same guy.
Same
I
person.
met Eric Decker.
Oh, it is. It was
Oh,
Eric
yeah?
Decker.
Eric Decker. He's like a tall guy. Wes Welker was like 5'7". He would pretty much just run slants and just get smashed by the middle linebacker.
He did.
That's like all he did. He was the Julian Edelman before Julian Edelman. But
So what do we want to start with, Corey?
yeah, this is a basketball pod.
All right.
Yeah.
So
We'll save the football.
first,
Yay.
we're going to talk about our official shooting guard rankings based on this year. Then we'll talk about Beal to the Suns, some other small stuff like Draymond opting out and everything else. And then just got a couple like draft day trades, drafts in 2 days. Just a couple little trades that I think will probably happen on draft night. But we can go ahead to hop right in to the top 10 shooting guards. I don't know if you guys have an honorable mention or whoever wants to start can start.
I got an honorable mention. My honorable mention is Tyrese Maxey. Anybody disagree? Speak
actually,
now.
It's a little low.
Speak now. Or
That's what I'm saying. It's a little low, I think.
I agree
Just
that
an
it's an honorable
just
mention.
an honorable mention.
Tyrese is on my list.
All right, respect.
Tyrese
He's
is
good.
not on my list.
Yeah,
He-
see, I got my guy.
Just
See,
had
I
a
got
kind of a
when I
small
look at
role.
this list, I'm just taking these 10 guys over Tyrese Maxey.
I can tell
In
right
any
now your
role.
list is gross.
In any role.
Your list is gross. I can already tell.
No. I made this list in 2 minutes.
I can tell it's gross.
All right, someone else go, man. Tyrese Maxey wasn't good enough to make the list.
He just had a small role. Give him a bigger role. I think he makes this list, and I think he's gonna be a stud. But
You have talk your shit still.
he just didn't really have a whole lot of with Harden and Embiid next to him.
I like
You know,
Tyrese Maxey.
No, I'm not trying to.
So let him know
I'm
you
agreeing
think.
with
Let him know you think Maxey better than Jaylen Brown, bum ass. Let him know. Let Connor know.
Yup.
I might have to agree.
Yeah,
I might
you
have
know
to
what?
agree with you.
You give Maxey Jaylen Brown's role. Oh yeah, the Celtics are in the finals. But
Wow.
whatever. I'm kidding. No, Maxey's a stud though. I think in a couple of years they might have an all-star. But anybody else? Any
Balls,
mentions?
boy.
I had Tyler Hero for my honorable
yeah.
mention.
I'd
like in the
probably
same
go
room
with
with-
that.
Tyrese Maxey. I feel like they're both kind of on the same level right now.
Mhm.
Like they're
Yeah.
both probably 2 years away from like being all-star level players. It just depends on if they can stay healthy and will their roles increase.
Valid.
Word.
So 10.
Anyone else have an honorable mention? That was it.
Mine would probably be Hero. My biggest thing when I was coming up with this list was realizing like how many players really played the 1 and the 2 together, kind of
Yes.
collectively, or like I would have them in a point guard. We just made our point guard list. I wasn't on that pod, but we put it on Twitter, and I was like, they also played shooting guard. So then I was kind of like, I was flipping back and forth a lot. It was kind of tough.
I guess I got to preface my list a little bit. There might be names on other people's lists that
Yeah.
aren't on my list because I value some people at point guard and not shooting guard.
So some of the some of the people
The weird ones.
for like Kyrie Irving and SGA, like Kyrie got traded. Now he was a 2
You could even say
mainly
Luka.
on Dallas next to Luka. Same with Luka, and then SGA, who in my eyes is more of a 2 because I feel like Josh Giddey's really their 1. It's flip flopped for mainly just the point guard and shooting guard positions. I feel like forwards and just centers are pretty set in stone on their position, but guards are so versatile now. Like Devin Booker plays a good majority of his minutes at the 1 now, especially
Yeah.
with Chris Paul gone and them having Beal. But I can get into my 10 spot in Desmond Bain.
I also have Desmond Bain at number 10.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
also
boy,
have
we really
Desmond
the same.
Bain at number 10.
All right, not you though.
Oh, I had Klay Thompson
Boo!
number 10. Look, I gotta give him respect. He's still a great shooter. Yes, he didn't have like the best season of his career, but he's had a pretty great career. So
He
the
didn't make my
standards are
list.
I think Klay Thompson, I put him at my 26th spot, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
26. No,
So-
That's probably good.
So
Stop tapping.
That is
I-
wicked. That is
I
wicked.
still coming off injury. I still think he deserves that merit.
I think
So
I
Klay
put him right
Thompson.
behind Avery Bradley.
Not even in the league.
Huh?
He's not even in the league.
No, he got to be in China somewhere, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah, like
That's a
he's
Celtics
still-
legend.
he's
It
still
is.
hooping.
You know, remember when he
Warriors-
hit that one game-winning shot?
No.
You know that one? That shit was fire.
That one.
That shit
So
was
the
fire.
Warriors, they had a cursed season from the start. As soon as Draymond punched Jordan Poole, the season was just doomed. So, give Klay Thompson a curse-free season. I think maybe
I do
we'll
think
see.
Klay Thompson did play well, especially when Curry was out. He didn't make my list personally, just because I do think at this point in time there are 11 guys better.
Clay didn't make your list?
Nah, he didn't.
No,
Hey.
I was capping. He on mine.
Clay kind of high on my list. That's on me though.
He's not high, but like he on mine.
Oh, he up there for me.
I think just
He's-
based on this season.
Klay was never even in my thought process of making the list.
I mean, okay, guys. He averaged.
Outside
22 a
my
game,
outside my
like-
top 3, everything else so mid that it don't matter who's on my list. Like they all pretty
Ooh.
similar. I ain't even gonna cap.
Man, Nick, that's why you a 2 for real.
That's
Nick,
why I'm at
Nick
2.
is a shooting guard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The rest of us ones, you a 2.
Nick, what's your 10?
My 10 is Desmond Bain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will, what's your 10?
I got Maxi, man.
All
Okay.
right, word.
I got
So-
Maxi in there.
My 9 is DeJounte Murray.
You know what? Mine's DeJounte Murray too.
We really
'Cause
the
we just the same.
We really the
We
same
just
for real.
the same. My camera just broke, but like we the same.
You called this list garbage. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
That's
you said
mine-
this was
Bain in my
garbage.
9.
Yeah, Will, smart man. I also had Desmond Bain at
My
9.
guy right there.
That aforementioned player, DeJounte Murray, did not actually make my list. He would have been right there at, I guess, if Maxi's 11, then 12. But Desmond Bain, number 9.
See, like
We bad.
DeJounte Murray though, like he's probably the second best defender at the position. But I feel like everybody else above him, in my opinion, is just more skilled offensively. And they just like he's now the number 2 option when in San Antonio he was the 1. And there's only really like now 2 second options on this list now, like above him at the 2 spot. That's kind of why he's where he is, because I really like DeJounte Murray. I think DeJounte Murray has top 5 shooting guard potential, and he's still super young. So, but yeah, that's at my 9, and then we kind of all have the same people at 9, 10, and honorable mention.
Nick, who did you have at 9?
Tyrese Maxey.
Okay.
Love it.
Word.
Sure.
And then at 8, possibly low, depending on, this is kind of where we start testing the water to see how different our lists are. I got Zach LaVine. 8.
I just can't
Hmm.
agree with that.
Originally
I
that's
know.
where I had him, and I had to rethink about the season because I was living in the past with Clay.
I
So
love.
I
Zach
moved
LaVine.
Clay around, and Clay is at my 8.
I also have Clay at 8.
See, like now I feel like a fake fan. Like, see, I didn't want to, put Clay on the list, and then y'all come at me because I didn't know if y'all was gonna have him there.
Nah, because you would have had him at like 4.
no, no, hell no, I didn't want to put him on there because then y'all would blah blah blah. You got Klay Thompson on it because I didn't think y'all was going to show
Damn.
Klay any love.
Nah, if you had him at like a reasonable spot, we would have been fine.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Klay, like they're like legitly right now. I think there's people better. But Zach LaVine at 8, I mean, I don't know where y'all. I think this is low in terms of y'all list, but I think this is right where he's supposed to be for me.
that is low on my list. My
It's
number
low on
8.
mine.
Little
It's
low.
low on mine. On mine.
Low,
On mine as
okay.
well. A little bit, just a
But-
little.
Skull, who's your number 8?
This guy is low, but it's because he only played, I think it was 50 games flat this season. Yeah, 50 games
I have him
flat.
too. That's exactly what I have. You didn't even say his name. I know who it is.
Bradley Beal.
All right, never mind. That's not Bradley Beal.
Mm.
Paul George down there. You
Um,
got Paul
but
George
yeah,
down there.
Bradley Beal. Yeah, he only played 50 games. He averaged 20 points, which for him, it's a little low too. But I think you get him healthy.
No.
Oh, there.
Oh no, we're
I'm
back.
back. Yeah, Bradley Beal.
He can't say his name.
Oh
He can't
No,
say
it
Bradley
won't
Beal.
let me
He'll
tell-
start lagging.
Oh my god.
Wait,
It really is.
Oh man. Uh-oh. That's not good. Why is it getting so bad? Whatever.
So
Yeah,
what was
so
that?
You're
Jake?
good. You're good. You're good.
That was
Bradley
that was,
Beal.
It was
that was
Bradley
8?
Beal. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, I got Bradley Beal at 7.
Wait, Nick, what's your 8?
8. My 8 was PG.
Word.
Who was your 8, Connor?
Clay.
Okay.
PG at 8. What a fall from
Hmm.
grace.
Wow.
That's low for me.
That's,
I mean, he
that's
only played
decent look for me.
57 games, so
Yeah.
that's really not that bad because he's at my 7.
See, my
So
my 7 is
He-
DeJounte, but
My 7's also DeJounte. Come on.
My 7's Bradley Beal.
Our lists are getting different.
Yep.
Because
There
at my
we go.
7, I have Doo Brown for sure.
Damn.
Recency bias.
Nah.
okay.
Nah.
Holy shit.
Ah.
Seven.
Nah.
Holy shit.
You got Dudu
7.
Brown at 7 is crazy.
Plead your
Every-
case. Plead your case.
Everybody
Yeah.
above him can dribble with both hands. Please keep it at a bean. like y'all get on, especially Connor, get on people like Draymond. No bag. Does Jaylen Brown have that deep of a bag? If we
No.
keeping it an
He thinks he
absolute
has a
buck.
deep bag.
He can't dribble between his
I'm
legs.
taking everybody over Jaylen Brown currently right now. I think that everybody above him is way more skilled. In my opinion, is Jaylen Brown good? Yes, he's at 7. I don't think 7's a terrible spot for him.
The All NBA second team.
Not in my eyes.
Yeah.
Corey didn't vote for him.
I didn't vote for him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He do have nickname Dudu Brown for a reason. I get it.
We made that nickname.
I know.
I made that nickname.
I get it. No, I get
You don't
it.
get the nickname Doo Brown for nothing.
I saw someone type that in the score chat.
Really?
Yes. That's where we got it from. Me and Alonzo.
That's so funny.
I don't think
Not
I don't
official
think him at
tilt on
7's crazy.
basketball ring friends.
I
think
wanted-
7
no.
is wicked. I
Corey,
think it's a
ain't
lot
even
of
gonna-
recency
I ain't even
bias.
gonna lie. I had Jaylen Brown really low to start, and I moved
Like-
him. I moved him higher, but originally
It's
I had
honestly
him low.
like, yes, you could say recency bias is a
Word.
thing, but it's also like it happens in the moments that actually matter.
Like, the motherfucker averaged like 24 points.
He averaged 27 with 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists.
And then you gonna have this bum in Paul George above him.
Oh no, I'm putting my life on the line for Paul George when we get his name on here.
Uh-huh.
What number are we on?
Big Paul George guy.
Yep.
What are we on? 7?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's your 6?
So this
Who's,
Wait, hold on.
Everybody give you a 7. Hold on. Now you got me flustered. I got Bradley Beal's bum ass at 7.
I got DeJounte.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Nick the same. Still, where are you at?
I have Paul George at 7.
Okay.
See, I don't agree.
Okay.
I do agree with that, actually. You know, I might change my list right now.
Nah.
Mid-trade.
Nah. See, at 6, I I have Bradley Beal.
Yeah,
So you're saying Bradley Beal is better than Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yes, in
pretty
my
crazy.
opinion, yes, he is.
that's
Wow.
pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
If we're keeping it an absolute bean, Bradley Beal is a better playmaker, ball handler, and shooter than Jaylen Brown. He is better and more complete offensively than Jaylen Brown completely. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I don't know if I'm taking.
I mean, like,
I think I'm taking.
if
Jaylen
I'm
Brown
looking
as a
at the
scorer.
numbers,
I think Jaylen Brown's a better scorer than Bradley Beal.
I think Brown's a better scorer than Beal.
I don't
Beal's
think
a
so.
better
You're-
offensive
He's
If
also
you-
a more offensive threat than him.
I would say if we're like this year, you could say the numbers don't match up. Yeah, Jaylen Brown has averaged more points this season because Bradley Beal didn't have to this season. Bradley Beal is more of the point guard role. He was more of the playmaker role this season. He's a way better playmaker and ball handler than Jaylen Brown. Way better shooter, in my opinion. And I think he's more complete offensively.
See, I think this is way, way, way recency bias.
Mm-mm.
Considering he didn't hit a 3 in the one series, and then he just had a bad series against the Heat. I think Jaylen Brown is like, I'm not gonna say he's leagues above Bradley Beal, but like this motherfucker averaged 27 points as an all NBA second team. Like, and you got him ranked 7th.
I think he's right where he needs to be. On my
I mean,
list.
hey, Jaylen Brown ain't going
Yeah.
for Chris Paul and Landry Shamet. He ain't going for that.
That's
Okay,
true.
well, that was. We'll get into that. 'Cause I got a whole spiel about that shit.
Oh, when I
Okay.
told him at work, Corey was.
Oh, I know
hot.
he was pissed off.
So
When
I was
he
at
mad.
I was at a tables. I dead ass rolled my eyes when he told me
Yes.
that Bradley Beal went to the Suns.
Yeah, I had mouth like, "Hey, Beal to Phoenix," and he was like, "Oh, I was."
So,
Oh, yes,
who did you have at 6?
me.
Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually have Zach LaVine. At
I
6.
also have.
too.
I
Yeah,
also
me
have
too,
Zach-
man.
I
I got
also
Zach
have Zach
LaVine.
LaVine. I also
Yeah.
have Zach LaVine.
We the same for real.
We all the same. And Corey's going to be different.
Zach
Zach
LaVine,
LaVine is just
he's
the
a
sixth
stud.
best shooting guard.
Oh,
And
my top
he-
five
just
when
the
it
sixth
fell
best.
off for real.
Yes, sir.
He's objectively had a better season than Paul George and Bradley Beal, who only played 50-ish games apiece. Like,
But I think we'll get into it on my number 5.
See,
who is your 5?
Levine without DeMar actually was putting up numbers, but Levine in the
Yes.
beginning of the year with DeMar was ass.
Yeah, when DeMar's taking 31 fucking shots a game.
DeMar wasn't taking 31 shots a game. Go look at the numbers.
I don't
Levine was
believe it.
taking 30 shots a game and missing 20 of them.
He should be. He's their best player.
Yeah, and he was missing 20 of them.
That's what Pat Bev said.
DeMar was taking 15 and hitting 10 of them.
Not DeMar's
Throwing
ass.
30 up.
DeMar should retire.
DeMar
Oh,
retires
DeMar.
Okay,
crazy,
retires crazy.
DeMar.
but he definitely needs to be
He's
a ring
ass,
chaser
though.
at this
We just
point.
hate on DeMar's.
This
He was
man,
hurt.
DeMar and Vucevic are single-handedly holding the Bulls back.
He was
No,
hurt.
Vucevic is
DeMar
ass.
was hurt. DeMar was so hurt.
He was ass when he was playing.
His quad.
And then you got Patrick Williams, bum ass, who does nothing.
Will's trying to defend his guy.
And then Lonzo doesn't even
Nah,
play
DeMar let me
basketball
down. He
anymore.
lost me a lot of money.
No, it's the shoes. It's the big polar brand shoes. They ruin his knees.
Man, but
Bro.
anyway, I got Paul George at 5, man.
You know, I got Paul George at 5 too.
Oh. Okay, sure.
I got Paul George at
sure.
5 too.
Hey, settle
Sure.
down.
Look, when Paul George was out on that floor, he just does more than Levine can. In the 56, if Paul George, I mean, I hate doing this stupid shit, but if Paul George would have played the amount of games Levine did, I think George puts up better, more all-around numbers, and I think Paul George is way more of a complete player than Levine is. Levine's a scorer, and Levine was actually like, once DeMar was out, was starting to get rebounds and things like that, but Levine ain't that good of a defender. I'm taking Paul George all day, anywhere on the floor defensively over Levine. Paul George can shoot. He's been a playmaker he was a playmaker for the Clippers before Russ got there. I think Paul George is just over Levine, and
Well,
Okay.
you know
Yeah,
what?
I agree.
that's where I'm at.
But
I
he didn't
disagree.
play those games. It's just the
No,
only
you're
thing
right.
for me.
You're right.
That's the
He did.
only thing for me. You like I agree with you on everything. Like you are like he's a better defender. He does more offensively. Like he just got hurt. You
That's
know,
fair.
he's just dealing with his injuries. That's it. That's the only
fair.
thing for me. But like
fair.
you're spot on. My 5 is Anthony Edwards.
Uh-huh.
There
Mine.
it is. Yep.
That's
That's
Look at
my
mine.
this.
5.
Yes.
That's my 5.
Wow.
Yeah, like he had a great season. He did. He led the Timberwolves to what did they made the playoffs and they got swept.
Anthony
right?
Edwards
But
is the T Wolves right
Yeah,
now.
he's
they-
the
they're
He
franchise
just
now.
is the T Wolves.
Like
He is that
he
team.
proved that he is him, and I think he's going to take a major leap. He's he needs to work on his efficiency, but he's definitely one of
He's
like,
only what, 21?
yeah, he's super young too. He's
So-
definitely proved that he's worthy of the number 1 pick. And I think the Timberwolves they're ready to build around him. They're ready to move on from Cat and build around him and Gobert and whatever they get for Cat, because that could be a duo. They're really
I
good.
think
Could
once
be,
they
it could be.
build like a competent team around Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, because I think Rudy Gobert does fit. I just don't think he fits with Cat. Like Rudy Gobert, as much shit gets talked about him, he's still a very good defender. He's the anchor of that defense.
And
And
he needs
Anthony
perimeter
Edwards
defenders around him.
is also a good defender. Jaden McDaniels is also a good defender. Like they can build that team around defense with the athletes that they do have. They just need to build it more around Anthony Edwards and not Cat, who is a big man. But I feel
But
like
he's
they will eventually trade Cat at some point this offseason and get a pretty decent return, enough to build for the future team with Anthony Edwards being the guy.
so Anthony Edwards, number 5.
Yeah, he's on my 5 too.
He was also hurt for a little bit, and like he was still kind of forcing himself to play, which hurt his efficiency a little bit. I don't know if you guys heard
That's
about
fair.
that. Somewhere
He
down
did
the
get,
middle of the
was it his
season.
ankle or something? Or his hand?
No, it wasn't. It was something his leg
Okay.
for sure.
I do
He
remember hearing
also
that.
he
So
also
he was
like
hurt for a while.
he also
That's
said
him?
that he came into like the season out of shape.
He said he loved Popeyes or something, right?
He said he came to the season like too out of shape, and that's why he started, because he started off very slow.
He did. I do
It's
remember
bad.
that.
Are we
He-
at 4?
Mhm.
Whoever wants to go.
Where I got Poo Poo Brown. Right
Yeah, I was
here.
gonna say, Doo-Doo Brown right
I got
here.
Doo Brown.
Yeah.
Where
Then
I got him.
That's where I
Is
got
this-
Doo Brown.
some consensus are forming. Corey, let's hear it.
See, my 3 and 4, like it was like
Oh, yeah.
it
You
was
had to
flipped.
say
Like I was
something.
like, man,
Yeah.
uh
Word.
my 4 is Kyrie Irving.
Okay, I didn't have him
Okay,
on my list,
okay,
so I
that's
can't-
fair.
He's
That's
on
who
my
I have
PG
it
list.
for.
That's why I didn't put him in there.
He's not on my
I-
list
So I have
either.
it for. Obviously, you could put him at the 1, 2, whatever. I put him at the 2 because at the end of the season, Luka
He was
was their
playing the
1. So, I mean, there ain't much I need to say about Kyrie Irving being 4. He's honestly like Kyrie can be anywhere from like higher. Like he could easily be 1. It's just like, in my opinion, if he played the shooting guard position and he didn't like just miss work and it always bring drama with him, in my opinion,
Work.
people would look at him as the best shooting guard in the league.
Kyrie? Yeah. Probably.
I don't
Yeah.
agree.
That's my 4.
Fuck
Just don't know if
Kyrie
he's gonna
Irving.
show up to work. Yeah, he's Jalen Brown was my number 4. I think somebody was talking, saying all the bad things about him. So the good things about him are that he is a relatively efficient scorer who is also
No.
It's cutting out for a reason.
all right, yeah, because fair enough. All right, I'm done talking.
All right, Celtics fan.
Get in
So-
there.
So
Get in there. Defend
Oh,
Go
Doodoo.
ahead. Yep.
Fuck.
Get in there.
Talk
Defend
about
him
Jalen
right
Brown.
now.
recency bias. Everybody hates the recency bias. I did not gonna say that I don't have the recency bias. I wanted him out of Celtics uniform. After that god awful performance I watched. But if you were to go through, you can't judge him basically just off that series. He is a very decent 3-point shooter. He's one of the top fucking defending guards in the league. He can attack the basket like the best of them. He gets to the free throw line. He can do everything. Like, I don't know. Having him 7 is so crazy to me. Like, to a guy who's got all these accolades and stuff, making these teams, all these
NBA
all-stars.
second team.
huh?
All NBA second team.
Yeah. He's still relatively young. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not going to say he's obviously the best player in the fucking world because he's not. He's not even best player on his team. But like 7 is just out of the ballpark. And I'll give you a little pass just because Kyrie Irving's on there and that takes away a spot.
I do think Kyrie Irving's better than Jaylen Brown. I think we can all agree on that.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Because Kyrie is my number 3.
So, you know, if Kyrie, I had to rearrange my list a bunch because I didn't have people like Kyrie and SGA and stuff because I thought of them as ones. But if my 3 is Ant.
My 3 is also Ant.
I think that Ant is the reason that the T-Wolves made it as far as they did this year. I mean, dude did start out slow. But I mean, in the playoffs, I don't know what he was averaging, like 30 a game, 29 a game, something like that in that first series. I mean, dude is 21, looking like he just didn't look scared to be there. Like last year, you saw with Tatum and Brown, like they weren't showing up in the playoffs, and like both of them are super young. And then you get even younger Anthony Edwards, and he comes into the big situation. He's proven to be that guy for that team. I also think his ceiling is just insanely high. I don't even think he's close to it yet, which is really scary. So that's kind of why I had him at the 3. I know we're kind of going off just this season alone, but in general, I think I'm taking him over Brown and George. So, yeah.
So at my 3, this is where I have Paul George. I think the PG hatred is fucking crazy. It's so crazy.
What does Paul George do so much better than Jaylen Brown?
He played 50 games.
What does he do better than Jaylen Brown?
So much better. Like to get him to 3, than 7.
Okay. Like
Playmaking?
Bradley Beal.
Is that it?
Better playmaker, better shooter.
No.
So he's not a better shooter. Paul George is not a better shooter.
We literally made fun of Paul George because of how bad he was a shooter. How bad of a shooter he was.
Well, that was 3 years ago.
3 years
3 years ago? This was like last year.
Wasn't it after he did so bad at the All-Star game?
Yes.
He did shoot like shit at the All-Star game.
Oh, like,
We're talking about All-Star game.
I know.
I'm just talking
No, that was just saying that was the
P
time.
was in
That's what I'm just saying. That was the time.
Pandemic P. Like, we literally make fun of this dude. And first of all, he hasn't played a full season in God knows how long. I don't know. You getting a full season out of Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, but he does, in my opinion, everything better than Jaylen Brown. He is more of a complete player than Jaylen Brown is.
Right now, at the old age of whatever he is.
Yes, even right now. Yes, Jaylen Brown still has
That's older than Jaylen Brown.
He has so much room to grow still. Like, but right now, I think PG is still a more
33,
complete player.
Yeah, I was going to
He's
say Paul George is
27.
not 27. I was like, there's
Yeah,
no
he's not
fucking
27.
way. There's no fucking way. I was about to look at him myself.
God, I did not. I guess I forgot about the Pacers, Paul George. Man,
Jaylen Brown's about to be 27.
I was going to say, no fucking way.
I forgot. Paul George.
All right, at my 3, I got the Spider. Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
At 3.
Right.
At 3.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. My
At
2 and 3 are
3.
pretty interchangeable.
At
Okay.
3.
That's kind of crazy, but sure.
Oh,
I guess what I'm saying.
I'd like to know why.
I won't leave you all in suspense.
I would
At
like to
2,
know
I
why
have
at 3, though.
at 2 I have SGA because I didn't have him in my point guards. That's why I have D Mitch at 3.
Sure.
D Mitch played like shit in the playoffs. Played like shit. I'm not gonna let people forget that. He played like shit. People talk about
people forget.
best shooting guard in the
But, like,
league.
he averaged, like, 28 in a
Devin
regular
Booker going up there
season.
shooting 38 per night on amazing efficiency, 60%. Donovan Mitchell, 14 points a game. I don't want to hear it.
Donovan Mitchell, we all know D-Book won.
Oh yeah,
It's
for
a
sure.
given.
For sure.
I just realized
just
I
saying,
didn't have
D-Mitch-
SGA in my PG list. I should have put him on the shooting guard list.
D Mitch is fire, but I'm taking SGA over D Mitch. For sure.
I have D Mitch at 2 and then Book at 1.
Yeah,
That's
me
where I'm
too.
at. That's
Me
where I'm
too.
at. But I didn't have SGA or Kyrie on my list, even
Me
though I didn't
either.
have SGA on my PG list. But I definitely thought of him as a PG, so I just didn't put him on. But if he's in my 2, I'm probably taking SGA like Nick over D Mitch right now.
I was with Corey. I was just thinking Josh Giddey more as the 1.
Yeah,
And SGA
that's
is
fair.
2.
That's fair.
hmm
Yeah,
I just
Like,
I
it-
put SGA on my point guard like
Yeah.
right before we started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it'd be one thing if the difference was close. Like Jalen Brown was technically a small forward this season because he played like 58% of his minutes there, but he played like 40% of his minutes at the shooting guard. So that's close. But like SGA played like 90% of his minutes at the point guard spot. They're like 87% or something.
SGA don't
My
really run the floor though, but
Yeah, like
that's the weird thing
that's not
that's
his
weird.
role, but like
Yeah.
they have him listed at the point
Yeah,
guard, I
he's
guess.
listed
I
as
don't,
the one. Yeah.
yeah, like Jokic isn't the point guard, but he does most of like the offense, like initiating and stuff.
He ain't getting guarded by point guard.
But no,
so.
like he's not getting. Yeah, my 2 is Donovan Mitchell, and then my 1 is Josh Okogie. Or sorry, D Mitch.
sorry.
D Book. Sorry, D Book. Same team.
No, they're definitely similar players. I get it.
I mean, yeah, it's close.
they got like
but
similar skill sets.
no,
No one had Terry Rozier.
I actually had Terrence Ross at my 1A.
One
Terry Rozier
A.
now-
At my
no,
1A.
Terry Rozier
yeah.
almost slot into my number 3. I ain't gonna lie.
See-
tweet Terry Rozier. If you put him on a championship team, he would be.
He was hooping without LaMelo
talked
this
about.
year.
I mean, we're
So,
all
like-
just like we all just sleeping on Buddy Hield.
So like, where's CJ
He's a
McCollum
3.
fall in this?
He'll
See,
plays the 3.
Yeah, but
CJ
Will-
McCollum
or Will with
Where
all
does he go?
knowledge.
slightly outside
Is he
my
like
top.
12, 13, somewhere like
Who?
that? McCollum.
CJ
See,
McCollum-
he's somebody you
CJ
could
McCollum
label as
is
a
a
point
He played
guard
the
to me.
1. He
Oh,
played the
okay.
1
This,
for the Pelicans.
this year,
Okay.
you could label him as a
Okay.
point guard.
Okay.
That
But
was
right
the thing that
now-
was hard for me coming up with this list.
I think Devin Booker has a big gap
Oh
in terms of the best shooting guard in the league. I mean, just what he's done this playoff run. CP goes down, immediately slides to the 1, great playmaker, and then fucking giving you 40 a night on great splits. Like, he was unguardable in the entire playoffs. The only reason they lost just because Denver just had a better team. But you could argue Devin Booker was the best player in that entire series. And at some point, he was just going to get gassed after completely dropping off the Clippers and then doing what he did against the Suns the first couple games. I think he just ended up getting gassed. But
That
right
team-
now, in my opinion, he has a big gap. In terms
I think
of
we're
the
gonna
best shooting
probably
guards.
see him. I think we're probably gonna put him on the point guard list next year
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah.
because I think he'll probably end up just running the 1 most of the
That
time.
would make the point guard list so deep.
Jesus.
It makes more
Yeah,
sense for them
I
to
mean-
go out and get a wing because they need
Yeah.
a defensive
They do.
player in that lineup. So that'll be a lot easier to get from the wing than the guard spot.
And I think Book will be fine guarding the
But
1
Book
most
is
of the time.
good. Yeah.
He's
But
better, way better defensively than he used to be. So
This can get us right into next. So, Nick, I'll give you the floor because I got something to say.
Oh yes, this.
But I'll let you go ahead. You
Oh.
know,
we traded for Bradley Beal.
talk your shit.
Yay. So yeah, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. We have 5 guys on the roster right now. So that's
Ish Wainwright, respect.
Ish Wainwright.
Oh.
Oh no. Well, no, we got 7 because we traded for 2 other random dudes from that trade from
I
the
think it was like
Wizards,
Isaiah
but
Roby.
Isaiah Roby and like Jordan Goodwin, something like that.
Yo, they finna
So-
get play time.
They gonna get some PT for sure.
Uh-huh.
One of them's gonna be the 6th man.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I did not see that coming. I honestly thought we had a better chance. Not even a better chance. I thought it was more likely that we were gonna go get like James Harden or something for some reason. But yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it. It's just it's gonna be a little weird because just they all kind of do the same thing, which we kind of saw that was a problem in the playoffs because we were taking so many mid-range shots like every game. Like, of course, you don't want to go away from the mid-range, and that can be our strength, and that's fine. But like, we were taking so many mid-range shots. Like, we were not getting to the basket whatsoever. And like Bradley Beal brings
The
another
mid-range isn't
dimension.
dead.
The mid-range isn't dead, but like it also can't be like your only way to score. And we're gonna be
Beal helps you stretch the floor though, and that was the biggest thing. Was you had no
Beal
one.
loves
had-
shooting threes.
You had no
Yes,
one stretching
yes.
the floor in the playoffs for you. That's why you had to take so many because like your bench production and your 3-point shooting was horrible in the playoffs.
it was awful. Yeah.
And so Bradley Beal should help with that a lot to hopefully open the floor a little bit more. Let's just hope. Man, can Ayton get some fucking muscle, dude? God.
Or just get traded. Or
That
Jacoby.
too. One of the two. I'd rather start Bismack. Fucking hell.
No.
Not really, but
No.
like
No.
no. But like
But-
God, Aiden plays so pussy, bro.
I realistically don't see Aiden playing with us again because like he was already pissed off. And if you're Aiden, you got to know you're going to get even less touches now. So like, because Chris Paul was like half the reason DA was getting like the good looks that he was getting. So I don't know. With Frank Vogel as the coach, I think it's going to be interesting. I don't think our defense is going to be as bad as people think because I think Bradley Beal is a competent defender. KD's not bad. He's going to help inside the, in the inside, he's going to help. He's going to block some shots, of course. He does that more than people think. Devin Booker's going to be great on the perimeter. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Push out.
Yeah.
Corey, what do you think, man?
All right.
Oh, he's pissed.
See, like, when when Isaac told me at work, I was like, all right, Washington, Ayton, probably Chris Paul, third team involved, right? Probably picks or whatever picks Phoenix has. But you gave up Landry Shamet, Chris Paul, not first round picks, second round picks, and he gets you Bradley Beal. The only reason that trade even went through in the first place is because of the no trade clause, which I have no idea why Bradley Beal is the only player in the league to have it. But this is why players don't get it, because then, I can just pick my team that I want to go to. There was probably better offers, like Golden State, for example, probably linked at some point, right? We have a way better package than y'all. Like a team like Miami probably has a better package than that because Chris Paul's not even going to play for them. He's going to be on a different team anyways. And you didn't even get first round picks for him. But like that's the problem with the no trade clause. And the thing that makes me mad, because I didn't think it would have that much like sway on the package that they would get with the no trade clause, but we've been waiting like it's been Bradley Beal and Damian Lillard and like Miles Turner and John Collins, the players that always get rumored to get traded but never end up getting traded. All this time, all these years of Bradley Beal rumors, this is the package you get if you're Washington.
That's crazy.
This is the package you get. Mind you, I think Washington slightly came out with a W in this situation. You wash your hands with the Bradley Beal shit, who's on a major contract. I don't think he's even worth that kind of money. I think Bradley Beal's a very good player, not worth like Kevin Durant level money.
He still has $200 million left on that contract.
Yes, and the no trade clause that could fuck you guys around in the future. But just looking at, I think Washington took a slight dub. I did think they would get a better return, but they're probably going to move Kristaps. Kristaps has an option, or they could just pay Kristaps out, trade him at the deadline. He's on a 1 year. But like Kuzma, they're going to lose Kuzma. They're entering the rebuild. W for Washington. But for the Suns side, I don't know how I feel about it, because with the new CBA rule coming in like a year and a half, 2 years, like Phoenix
fucked.
is going to have nobody.
Like we're fucked. Like
They're not going to be able to fill out their roster. And
we
with
are already
Bradley
going to be over
Beal
the second apron
on the no trade clause, then he's just going to pick and you're going to get a shit return for him. You have to move Ayton. If Ayton's on your roster, it's terrible because you can flip him for some role players, even if you get the role players. The main problem I have with it, you have 3 guys on your team that have missed major time in the past couple seasons. Kevin Durant has missed major time in the past 4 seasons. Devin Booker missed time last year at the start of the year. Bradley Beal only played 50-something games this past season. And he's only played 70 in the past 3 years or something like that.
Yep. Yeah.
You're already having no depth and injury-prone players. When does this work? When does building a super team work? I understand new ownership is being aggressive. It doesn't work. We've seen countless times. And yes, I would love to see the Suns win. But until I see the situation work out differently, with a Kevin Durant building a super team-ass team with no depth, all it takes is one of them to get hurt. And then all the load goes. It's just like last year. Because there's no role players that are going to go out and get now with no money unless they trade Ayton. And that can only get you so much. Because his value isn't as high as it once was. Because Phoenix really doesn't have leverage. I think it was a mistake. by Phoenix. I think they should have just filled out their roster, get off Chris Paul, but trading for Bradley Beal, now you have to win it within the next year or two. You have to. There is no.
It only gets harder. It only gets harder.
Yes. I don't. And I even with the trade, y'all aren't the best team in the West, in my opinion. I still think it's Denver.
I see most people saying we're still like on the brink of a top 5 team.
If I'm Denver, I'm not
On the
shaking
brink.
in my boots. Hey,
Well,
y'all.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd go there. Top 5 is kind of crazy. I think y'all for sure number 2.
It's gonna all come down to what kind of role players y'all get.
I don't know, dude. It's very, obviously very fucking risky. I mean, like, this is literally Matt Ishbia saying, fuck this new CBA. Because good thing
Not
is,
scared.
if you get the same amount of penalties for being $15 over or $15 million over. So if you're gonna go over the apron, you might as well just go all out and be hella expensive, I guess. But you know, we are gonna get fucked by those new CBA rules. Of course.
It's that I understand that. I'm more so worried about kind of like the fit and like the injury prone shit. Because the money,
Well, yeah, of
money
course,
go figure itself out. But like that's the more
no,
side
it's
I'm
not.
working
Like
at.
that's the thing. It's not.
No.
Like we are fucked for the next 7 years if it does not work.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you. We need to win now. Obviously, with the injury prone, it's. I don't know. I get.
I'm just thinking
It's
on
just why
court
do you
shit.
go get the same thing? Like you have Kevin Durant, who's obviously injury prone nowadays. Devin Booker isn't as he's not as durable as he used to be. He's missing games now. He's going to miss 20 games a year probably now. He's going to have that groin injury every fucking year. You know what's going to happen.
It's
So
not gonna go away.
I don't know why you add a guy who's. I mean, Bradley Beal was pretty durable early in his career. He had like 3 or 4 2-game seasons, but like in the past 3-4 years, that has not been the case. So
Maybe taking a back seat offensively will help him a bit in his durability. He won't have the ball in his hands every single possession. His numbers will take a dip, sure, but like having Devin Booker and Kevin Durant handling primarily most of the load offensively, that may help him in the long run. He may play longer.
See, that's what they want you to think, but like we've seen Kevin Durant take kind of too much of a step back. And I think it's mainly Kevin Durant's gonna take a Kevin Durant might be it's gonna be weird to say. I feel like him most of the time is gonna be like the third option, and he's just gonna let Beal and Book do their thing.
I think so.
Because Kevin Durant can just get his whenever he wants to get his.
I
but
think
I
it's
think-
realistically going to be the Devin Booker show.
Yeah.
With
I
some
don't
Bradley.
think so. I
You
think
think
Kevin
so?
Durant is still gonna want the fucking ball.
I think Kevin Durant's still
I
gonna
think
average at 30.
It's not
but
like it's. I get you're adding like someone like Bradley Beal, but like I don't think he's gonna take. I don't think anybody just wants to just be like, all right, go.
Why? I
Go,
also don't
go score.
yeah.
He is
I
Kevin Durant. He's still gonna want to. He's still gonna get his 30.
I also don't know how they're
If
going
he's
to
healthy.
guard this team because in the small time that we did have Kevin Durant, they were still doubling him.
That's what I
and
mean. Like
leaving Booker like 1-on-1. So if they're going to continue to do that, Book's going to just fucking feast, and Bradley Beal's going to feast all season, and KD will take that back seat. But if
I
people,
think it's more of a who's got the hot hand.
of course, a little bit.
Whoever's kind of feasting right there. Like if you obviously Kevin Durant, if Devin Booker's fucking feasting, I mean, go ahead. But I don't think every possession is going to be like him taking it off or like all that kind of stuff. I still think Kevin Durant is going to go out there and if he's healthy, he's still going to average a solid, damn near close to 30 points a game.
Yeah,
it's gonna
I
be
don't
weird
know.
because
I think
the main
Bradley
things
Beal
I've been
will be
saying
like
is
a
the point
little
guard
over
shit.
20, maybe 20 points, maybe 19, and then you
I
get
think-
like a 30 from Devin.
I think we need to trade DA for a wing player and a center that does not need to touch the ball, like a Mitchell Robinson. I need
Yo,
Mitchell
someone who
Robinson.
just
on my
knows
team.
their role.
Yeah.
Someone who just knows their role.
I
He's
need
a big body, bro.
Come
I
get
need
Robert Williams.
I need DeAndre Ayton for Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart.
That's not happening.
Dang.
Yeah, probably not.
That's
But
not
like-
happening.
See,
But like,
A 20
I'm gonna
teams
take the
are
Knicks
only
GM and I'm gonna hold a gun to his head and I'm gonna make him do it.
fit wise,
What?
I'm shocked that I'm not shocked, but like fit wise, if Kristaps Porzingis feels like a better fit for y'all, if y'all were to trade Aiden, because then you trade Aiden, get off his contract. Kristaps only has 1 more year left on his deal. Then you have cap room next season for the CBA and shit. Don't put yourself in that kind of stranglehold. But like that's just what I looked at when I saw like what y'all gave up. I was like, damn, like Kristaps low key. If you got rid of Aiden, flipped him to like a third team or whatever Washington wanted to do. Like I felt like Kristaps contract wise and on court wise was a little bit better of a fit. But that was just my take, kind of like mindset. Like, all right, what else could they have done? Because I'm guarantee you Washington probably had better offers. Like Miami kind of backed out of the race, I guess, because they were thinking.
Yeah, because
Dame
Washington wanted
Lillard.
Bam.
Yeah, they weren't getting Bam for Beal.
Exactly. That's why they backed out.
But
I
to
don't-
go from Bam to Landry Shamet.
Yeah.
Thank God
Had to
he's
have
thank
some
God he
middle
was in
ground.
the trade. Oh, I'm so
Landry,
happy.
okay. Landry Shamet isn't even bad. He just has the perfect contract and it's large enough to just flip. That's
His
all.
contract
that
was
is.
too large. It was too large. It needed to be sent
Oh.
away.
He's
Oh.
not that.
Nick,
He's
do
he's like a
He had a good
seventh
playoff
man.
game for sure.
Do
He
the
had a good
he's a
the
playoff
shooter.
Suns have anyone?
This ain't Clippers, Landry
Do
Shamet.
they have anyone recently that's like on their bench that they drafted or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
no. It was
Everyone's
Jalen
gone.
Smith, and we sent him away.
Yeah. W.
And then
Because you look at the
Who else
Nuggets.
we
Mikal and
draft?
Cam Johnson.
Doc
Yeah,
Londale.
Mikal,
Like-
Cam Johnson.
Like you look at the Nuggets this
Jock
year,
Landale's like
and
27,
like
I
their
don't
best
know.
bench player was Bruce Brown, and then like you had Christian Brown, and
Rookie Christian Brown.
who else was it? Who
You
who
still
was
had
the
Jeff
third
Green.
guy?
Jeff Green.
And Jeff Green coming off the bench, but like that's nothing crazy, and they went and won a chip. Like Bruce Brown played well in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, for a sixth man,
Well,
but
he played better than well.
Yeah.
He
and
knew
like-
himself
it's
a
the money that
bag.
he was making.
yeah. So it's like
I'm
I
not
don't
worried
know.
about the bench. I'm worried about the bench in the regular season more than the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Because in the playoffs, you're going down to 8 people. By that time, I hope we have a fucking good enough team. During the regular season, I'm more worried about it because I don't want fucking Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal playing
No.
40 minutes a game.
No, you can't.
I can't have
They're
that.
gonna get hurt. Someone's
Yeah.
gonna get hurt.
So that's what I'm more worried about.
And
So,
I mean,
like,
you
just
really
get
need like
fuck.
you
I
need
don't
like
know.
one guy who can get you a bucket off the bench.
You guys are probably going to bring back Cameron Payne.
We're gonna bring back a lot. I think
You
we're gonna bring
fucking
back a
need
lot
to.
of guys that we had last year. I think
You
if we're gonna
got
bring back
Baisley.
Campaign, Torrey Craig,
Darius
Baisley,
Baisley. That's my
Um,
guy.
Probably
Terrence-
Damian Lee.
Let
yeah.
him
maybe
play.
TJ Warren, maybe Terrence Ross. I don't know.
I like
Could
TJ
be a bunch
Warren.
of different guys.
TJ Warren can get a bucket too.
So
Y'all just need another y'all don't need a TJ Warren or Terrence Ross that wants to go out there and y'all need like a Royce O'Neal or like Finley
Dude, get
Smith
Terrence
type of
Ross
guy.
out of Phoenix now.
Joe Harris. Get a Joe Harris.
yeah, probably. We don't need Terrence Ross.
Terrence Ross, is shit. I don't know what else to
He
say.
kind of is.
He
yeah.
played so fucking bad ever since getting to Phoenix.
Yeah.
I don't know why he ever did he get traded to or
Yeah.
to
No,
Phoenix?
he was a buyout.
No, he got signed.
Oh yeah, it was a bio.
I
Yeah,
don't even know why. I'd have just stayed on Orlando.
I like TJ Warren. He was actually playing well when we decided to give him minutes. We traded for him, and then for the first 15 games,
Didn't
he
play
didn't
him.
get no PT whatsoever.
Yeah.
Man, I wouldn't play his shit ass either.
What?
We wouldn't play him 10 minutes a game.
Okay, 10 minutes. All right.
See, there
I
you
play
go.
him 10 minutes a game.
10
For
minutes.
like a week.
In the
10
regular
minutes.
season, we should be playing 12 guys. So
Well?
we don't have to. Yes, so we don't have to have KD playing.
We're
40
putting the
minutes.
G League roster in at that point.
Yep.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Devin Booker score 40 points in the first quarter, and then we're good.
Then we bench
We can
him.
put all these bums in.
We bench him.
Or you sign Draymond Green for the minimum.
Oh, the minimum. Draymond Green
he
was
knows,
laughing in our faces.
Ain't no way he
Draymond
want
Green
that
knows what it
minimum.
takes to win. He knows about sacrifice. He wants.
He just
you
punch
know,
us in the face.
He'd kick you in the nuts.
You just
Oh,
punch.
that can
Mad
kind of get
Baseball.
us into the next thing that wasn't surprising about him
was fire.
opting
That was
out
fire,
of the
Sean.
27.
Of course, he's the vision.
That was fire.
But Draymond declining his option. Corey, he's scared he's gonna leave.
No, just because he already his agent Rich Paul said he wants to line his contract up year wise with Steph Curry. So Steph Curry's on the books for 3 more years. He wants to add that same length. And he opted out just to have security instead of fucking just opting in for the 1 year. He fucks around, gets hurt, loses out on money future wise, not just money this year. Obviously it was 27 million, but that's just what I've seen on the mindset of why he opted out. Is there a possibility he could leave? Yes. Would it be interesting to see that kind of him leave, see how we are without him? Because the whole narrative that we all have is that Draymond Green wouldn't be anything on any other team in the league. I think it would be very interesting to see like how the Warriors and Draymond like do without each other. But he's been here for 10, 11 years. I don't think this is something he would just leave, just to leave from, especially when he knows they can still compete for championships. Like, you lost to a Lakers team when we were very flawed this year. And obviously him and the whole Jordan Poole situation, like, did have some shit to do with everything. But I'm not worried about him leaving. I am worried about, like, because we're kind of in the same boat as Phoenix in a little bit of a way. Maybe not as severe as them, but money-wise for sure. But, like,
you're above that second apron.
Yeah, the only way I think we get significantly better is if we move Jordan Poole. But Jordan Poole's value isn't high right now, and I don't want to move Jordan Poole. I'm not on that kind of train that we got to move Jordan Poole. But we definitely need size and athleticism. And I think we have the 19th pick in the draft. We've already talked about moving up. I think we just need to package that and Kuminga, because we're not playing him. We didn't play him in the playoffs. Package that and Kuminga and go get something to really bolster up our roster, because that's what we need. We need another athletic wing that's actually going to play. Because
move Cumbucket? No.
I think we have to. We have to at this point. If Steve Kerr's not going to play him in the playoffs, I think we've found, like, I like Moses Moody, and I really hope we bring back DiVincenzo.
What about Peyton? Is he gone? Or no?
DP2?
He's still under contract.
Okay. Well, I guess is he a 2?
He's hurt though, right?
He can play whatever. In our system, he plays whatever.
I was gonna say he played all over the floor, so
he still has like 2 more years left on his deal, because he just signed that contract with Portland.
Okay.
But I feel like we're gonna see or who.
I was gonna say the Spurs are looking to move back into the first round after Wemby. Maybe one of the, like, Keldon Johnson, or
we don't have the money for that. I would trade Jonathan Kuminga at 19
rookie deal still.
Keldon?
No.
Yeah.
He's making 20 M's now.
I love Keldon Johnson.
Yeah.
They don't really have anything I'm very intrigued in my opinion. I think we just need more athleticism and size.
The Spurs want to move down?
No, they want to get
another. Like draft Wemby and then get another
pick.
one.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, what?
No, yeah, they're not even picking up the phone on the Wemby
how
stuff.
How stupid are you?
No.
I mean, first of all, who said they were getting Wemby?
It's true. He's not allowed. It's so funny that he's not allowed to say anything, like in like draft interviews and stuff. Like he's like.
So you're going to the Spurs? I don't know.
He's
man.
like,
when I throw $15 on Brandon Miller first overall and I cash out, man, y'all gonna be sick.
That actually, yeah, Brandon Miller. I actually just saw that he's locked in too. They probably like the
I don't.
They
want
like
him
the
on the
fit
Hornets.
next to LaMelo. Apparently, he wowed MJ in ownership, even though MJ's still.
Who has 3?
Portland.
Oh my God, Scoot on Portland's about to be crazy.
Dame pretty much like that rebuild package. You get Dame plus
my Hornets
Anthony
are never gonna
Scoot.
be good. They're never gonna be good.
And the Hornets get Brandon Miller, who's pretty much.
When we have another guy leave because he caught a fucking case like Miles Bridges, and it's just Brandon Miller fucking murdering someone. Awesome.
Oh
wow.
Gosh.
When it's LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, and Zion Williamson on that roster next season.
Oh, Zion coming? Yo.
Holy shit! No one is safe.
This can
somebody's
to wrap up the episode. Like, that kind of gets us into, like, I do have a couple trades that I do think could possibly happen, just with all the rumors and everything that's been going on. I'll kind of go through them a little quickly, but the Hawks and the Mavs, feel like Okongwu is definitely going to be the starting center next year, and I got the Hawks moving up, getting Dallas's 10th pick. And then Dallas getting Clint Capella and the Hawks' 15th pick. Just kind of a pick swap, and they take on Clint Capella for the Hawks to move up 5 spots.
John Collins is never leaving Atlanta, is he?
No.
He's going to retire.
No, just because Clint Capella makes more sense for Dallas.
Yeah. That's true, I guess. I mean, John Collins can shoot, right?
Yeah.
Capella can't really do that.
Nah,
So
they
can
don't
Clint
need somebody.
Capella.
No, he cannot.
He just never gets a chance.
No,
It's like Kevon Looney.
no.
He just never gets a chance.
I might get shot on this podcast in the centers ranking.
No.
Man.
Now I'm gonna be in the same boat.
Top 5. 20
I'm be on your
rebounds in a
side.
playoff game.
I'm gonna be on your side.
Nah, but just Clint Capella makes the most sense for Dallas.
I like that move if that were to happen. I think
And
that's
then-
a good move for Dallas.
Then the Hawks go Trey, DeJounte, DeAndre Hunter, Okongwu. Still got John Collins, who I don't know if they're even going to move at this point. And then you got the 10th
Then
Oh,
pick.
they're going to
Jaylen
retire his
Brown.
jersey.
And then when they get
Um,
Jaylen Brown, it doesn't matter.
No. They're just going to
Jalen for
extend him.
Trey Young.
Fuck it.
What?
What else you got, Corey?
Next one is the Wolves and the Knicks. The Wolves get Julius Randle, Derrick Rose, a first-round pick from Dallas, and a first-round pick from New York. I've been seeing some crazy trade packages because then New York would get Cat.
There it is. Yeah,
And
I like it.
the thing with that is you could just experiment with Cat at the 4. Because I do think the Knicks need more shooting. You can experiment with Cat at the 4. You still have Mitchell Robinson. But, like, I've been seeing some crazy packages for Cat that I think he's not even worth the price for. But I think Julius Randle on the Wolves just is a better fit. And then 2 first, get Derrick Rose back in Minnesota. I think it
Who would
works for
not
both
play.
sides. Because I think Cat
Rose,
just needs
baby.
a change of scenery because he was out here talking crazy on Pat Bev's podcast. So he
Didn't he
needs to get
say
out of
that
Minnesota.
what him and Pat Bev did was more special than what Jokic and the Nuggets did this season?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
he was
I
talking
agree.
Crazy.
And they won a title this season. Just like that's
They
insane.
won a title.
They won the play-in because they weren't good enough to make the playoffs.
And then got beat
Yep.
immediately.
Yep.
Jokic and the Nuggets won the whatever.
In Minnesota's
Ugh.
defense, they should have won that series, but because they were up 20 plus on Memphis multiple games.
It's true. So, is there anything to really celebrate for them? Like,
No.
yeah, Cat could definitely. I mean, I feel like he'd just start over Mitch Rob. They've kind of seen Cat with another center, and it doesn't really. I mean, it kind of worked. It's an awkward fit.
They could experiment with it. I think
They could
Thibodeau would make it work.
experiment, do lineups with it, but I feel like Cat may just end up starting at the 5 again, and then
Yeah.
just building around that. We'll see, though. I definitely think Cat's getting moved.
And I think Julius
Wolves fans
Randle
would be
and
good.
Edwards fit better than Cat and Edwards.
Oh yeah, I like that duo a little bit.
Next one is it gonna happen? I don't even know. The Pelicans get Damian Lillard. See, everybody's thinking Miami and Dame, that's the move. I think the Pelicans and Dame is the move. You get CJ, Lillard, BI with everybody really they still have. So they're trading Zion Williamson,
That'd be
Dyson
gross.
Daniels, who was a lotto pick last year, the 14th pick, and next year's pick, which is one of the Lakers picks. And that's always up in the air with how the Lakers are. But I think this is a fair enough package. You're getting Zion plus if you're Portland. And you still got
you
the
get some
3rd pick and
insurance.
the 14th pick and Dyson Daniels, Shaden Sharp, Simons. Still got everybody young over there. You're adding everything you get from the Pelicans. Pelicans go get Damian Lillard to pair with BI and CJ. With Trey Murphy and Herb Jones.
Jones,
Jones,
Jonas Valanciunas.
and Jonas.
That's a squad.
That's a gross team. That's a good team.
And then it all comes down to Damian Lillard, obviously. But Zion is also lost kind of value in the trade market. But if I'm Portland, I'm still taking the risk on Zion because you have so much time. You get Zion plus the 3rd pick, which would probably be Scoot, and the 14th pick. You already got Sharp Simons. You add Dyson Daniels and a pick next year from the Lakers. I think that's a pretty good ass return for Dame. And then you just take the risk on Zion. Zion, new place, change of scenery and shit.
Well, he does his training out in Oregon too. Like that's where he does a lot of his stuff anyway. And from what I've seen, he has no relationship with the Pelicans anymore. Like they don't even talk to him. Ownership is like appalled at all this stuff that's come out about him. They're old school, I guess. So I you said to preface this that like, oh, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think this is of the 3 trades you proposed, this is the most likely. Because
I just think Pelicans have such a better package than everybody else. Like what
Portland
what
is
are you
not
getting
passing
from
up on
Miami?
Scoot. No, you're Bam.
You're not getting
Like,
Bam from Miami. They're
they're
already
not,
trying to get Dame without giving up Tyler Hero. They don't want to give up Tyler Hero. They've been said
no.
this.
And you need to, and they're not, and this is not. They're not going to budge on that because it's the Heat culture and it's Pat Riley and he gets what he wants, so they're going to pass on that. And Portland, if they get the 3rd pick and Scoot's there, like they're taking Scoot. And I think if they do that, Dame is like, all right, I'm gone. I'm not doing this again. I'm not competing with Mint. I'm not sharing the court with a 19-year-old rookie. Like when I'm trying to win a ring, I want out. And if those Hornets, if they're really locked in on Brennan Miller, like it seems like they are, that Dame to Pelicans thing, I think is going to get some momentum. But from what I've seen, the only like the most reliable reporter is Brian Windhorse. Whatever that man says has been gospel lately. That man's on fire.
Really?
He called the Harden to Philly stuff before it ever happened. He called the other trade, the Beal to Phoenix. He was the one who called that too. Like he's
Fire.
If Wendy says it, it's on, and I'm pretty sure he's been like sniffing around Dame to New Orleans. So,
I think
that would be
Pelicans,
crazy.
would be a top 3 team in the West.
Corey, you definitely are onto something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Couple of the other ones are smaller. Like this next one is Toronto finally trading OG to the Pacers. So Toronto, seems like it's heading towards the rebuild. They get 7, 26, and 29 from the Pacers, all the first rounders this year for OG and the 13th pick. So the Pacers would move down and get OG. They said OG's worth 3 first-round picks. You get 3 first-round picks here.
Crazy.
I don't think he's worth 3 first-round picks, but then you're looking at the Pacers side. You get OG, pair him up with Mathurin, Halliburton, Miles Turner.
Buddy,
You have a perfect wing that fits next to Tyrese Halliburton for the future, and OG's still 25 years old.
Yeah, but I mean,
And Toronto gets a
3
boatload
for-
of picks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Bradley Beal didn't even get 1.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, it's mainly just 2 first, because Pacers are just moving back to the 13th pick, which is still lottery from their 7.
I guess you're right. If they get back the 13th, that's
Yeah.
fair. But
so it's basically 2. You're kind of just moving back on one of them.
yeah. All right. I see where. Yeah. I feel like if I'm the Pacers, I just want to take a chance on one of those like Thompson twins or Nick Smith, one of those wings in the draft who are younger. There's a wing from Arkansas named Nick Smith.
See, I'm on the opposite. I think it's the
No?
top 3 in this draft plus Cam Whitmore, and it kind of is
Cam Whitmore, that's
out.
another guy. Yeah.
But I got one more trade, and it involves DeAndre Ayton.
Yup.
So Dallas would get DeAndre Ayton to pair up with Luka and Kyrie if they retain Kyrie. The Suns would get depth, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Hardaway Jr.,
Scrubs.
Yup.
Mhm.
W.
Davis Bertans,
W.
L.
contract filler,
No.
but he go give
Yeah.
a tick for y'all for sure.
That's what I was saying.
And then you guys
That's your
snag
12th man.
Then you guys snag the 10th pick, which y'all
Great.
could just flip.
Yeah, probably.
And then
Yeah, I
Dallas
mean-
would get a actual 5 next to Luka and Kyrie. So I think it works best for both sides. Phoenix just gets depth. Tim Hardaway Jr. is still, he fits
That'd be fire.
perfectly on
That'd
that
be
team.
fire.
And then 10th pick, you guys can either draft somebody, take a chance, or you guys can just trade that 10th pick because it's still a lottery pick. 10th pick is still good pick.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I'm the Suns, I'd trade that for a couple second rounders because those are cheap rotation players you have on 3-year, 4-year deals.
Or you could try to trade it to the Spurs, like you said.
Yeah.
So they're trying to
Yeah.
get another pick. They got guys like Doug McDermott, just shooters on that team that could just be good fits for y'all.
Exactly.
We go to the rebuilding Raptors and we get Jakob Pertl. Yup.
Yeah, he doesn't want to stick around. I saw that. He
Oh,
wants out
He
if they
doesn't want to rebuild.
I get
Yeah,
that.
if they're rebuilding.
Well, he's a free agent.
Oh,
I thought.
forgot.
Oh yeah, they were gonna sign him to an extension, and then they couldn't come to terms because now they're not sure the direction. Or maybe I
this
don't know.
dude left the Spurs to go to a contender and then is now back in a rebuild. And said no, thank
Yep.
you.
So tough.
Well, they traded for him, and then
For a
because they
lot,
were
they give
the
up-
main team, everybody thought they were blowing it up at the deadline, and then fucking they go trade for him. And
Yeah.
he's still young. It's just now he's just gonna leave.
One more thing before we wrap this up. It's seeming, especially with Phoenix getting Beal, that Harden to Philly is more and more likely now. At first, it seemed like there was no shot, but now, even most reports are saying that Harden is looking like he's going to be back to Philly.
Just
That's
the best move.
It
If
just
anything,
makes
y'all
sense
move
for
Tobias.
him. That is from what I'm seeing too. Like they're in no rush to do that. They feel, quote, there's multiple windows to do that. So nothing imminent on the Tobias Harris trade front. But
And this is his last year.
It's on like a 3-year deal. I've been on the Tobias Harris trade watch for so long. It's like
Well,
John
he only has
Collins.
one more year left now.
That's true. That is
So
true.
teams a team could take a flyer on him depending on what the package is.
The Pacers are interested in veteran wings. So sure. We'll take Tobias for what'd you say they have? The 20th pick?
No, they have 7, 26, and 29.
Yeah. Okay. Tobias Harris is not worth no 7. But Harden, apparently the Houston stuff was all fake. They have no real interest in him.
I don't see why they would.
Why would they? Honestly, he doesn't fit their timeline at all, and no one on that team has been there long enough to respect what Harden did for that franchise. Everyone has been there for 2 years.
They're about to give Dylan Brooks this bag though.
No, he's going to Shanghai.
He's
They're
going
gonna
to
give Dylan-
Shanghai.
They said one horse said this 17, 18 mil. I think
He's
it was
gonna
him that
be-
said it.
He's gonna be a Laker. I just have a feeling he just seems
Dylan
like
Brooks, I'd throw up.
That's gross.
Yeah, he just seems like a Laker and like a cheap contract, like a mid-level exception. I just want a chance.
He's
to
gonna
win.
get paid more than that.
Yeah, he's gonna get that offer, but he takes the mid-level. That just is my gut. With my he just seems like a Laker, doesn't he?
No.
Not after what he said.
He said they're old. Could you imagine him and Braun dapping up?
I don't know. He's Lance Stevenson joined.
He said
up
he's
with Braun.
old, bro. That's literally what he like.
Lance Stevenson,
A grown
blew in
man just said
LeBron's
he's
ear.
old. Like
They Paul George tried to
blew in
catch
his
Jaren Jackson
ear.
lacking
Yeah,
on his podcast. He was like, "So what do y'all think of Dylan Brooks?" Right? Blah blah blah. He's talking about all this stuff he said to Braun. Jaren Jackson. He right. He old.
right.
He just came and beat our ass.
yeah. I mean,
When we see
He's-
Dylan Brooks and fucking Dwight Howard dapping up in Taiwan next year, it's gonna be crazy.
Nah, someone will
Yeah.
pay him.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's gonna get a
someone's
bag,
gonna
but
pay him.
I don't think he'll get a bag, but
The only
maybe,
team
maybe
get a
like a
little
bag
bag.
for him.
Yeah.
he's a role.
Just because
15 to
Houston has
20.
so much money.
Yeah,
He's a way roll guy.
I think
not
he's a
getting
good. I
star
think
money,
he
but
could go to Houston and kind of help change that culture and form that culture though.
I don't want him in Houston. If I'm
I don't
them.
want. Yeah, I don't
They
want
just need
Dylan
vets
Brooks
in
to be the
Houston.
guy forming my culture.
They got vets.
Who?
Boban.
Eric Gordon? Or no, he's a
No.
Clipper now.
No,
He's
Eric Gordon's a
now.
Clipper now.
He's a
I think
Clipper.
Boban's still there.
Boban is still there.
I think that's a big
And
thing.
Boban's. I want Boban building that culture.
And then you
He's-
got
Well, you got Ime.
Like that one dude.
That one dude.
There
That
is
one
no
dude.
that one dude, Connor.
That
There
one-
is
No, I
not.
know-
There
I know
ain't
him.
one.
I know him.
There ain't one.
No.
Nah, okay. So when Josh Christopher starts getting the minutes he deserves, then I'll care about the Rockets.
Josh
Shut
Christopher might be like one of the longest tenured Rockets.
2 years.
Yeah.
Nah,
They
Ime
did-
finna turn that organization around for real.
I mean,
Yes.
this
They
man
have-
really
Green-
got
Jalen
fired
Green's
for
my
getting
guy.
bitches.
Jalen Green, my guy.
Jalen Green, good guy to bet on. Fun guy to bet on.
Yup.
Jalen Green
Who's
every
there?
day.
Who's there too?
Yeah.
Porter,
Kevin?
Jr., Kevin,
Jalen
Porter.
Green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Or Jalen Green is there? No,
He technically is there
Because
too.
Kevin Porter has been there
KPJ's the
but
one.
he gone.
you said
Awesome,
Jalen Green's
pretty
gone.
sure. No, Kevin Porter Jr., right?
What?
Maybe.
what?
I don't
Really?
think so. He was the only one that showed up to Ime's press conference when he got
Oh,
hired.
yeah.
Really?
He
Oh,
was
I-
the only person. KPJ was the only person that showed up.
KPJ
That's kind of
and
crazy.
maybe he's going to stick around.
So those young guys, bro, they don't give a fuck.
Dogs.
Exactly. They need a
Dogs.
vet. They need a vet in there.
They need a vet like
And they
Kevin
got
my
Porter
boy
Jr.
Alperen
No,
Sengun.
okay. Here's what they need to do. They need to go get Draymond. They need to go get
Nah.
Dylan Brooks. They really like Westbrook and KD for real. Button heads on the opposite teams, but to get
No, no.
This man Sengun was like, I'm damn near the best player on this team.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Sengun, he had a growth spurt apparently.
He's him.
So
Yeah,
did
he
everybody.
apparently got bigger.
Wait,
Yeah,
really?
he's 7'2" now or something stupid.
What?
No,
Yeah.
it's no, he's not actually. Someone was on a podcast said like, oh, Sengun had a growth spurt. He grew from like 6'9" to like 6'11. But then like everyone took that and said like, oh no, like oh my favorite player grew to this. They're like, oh, Mbappe went a growth spurt. Now he's 6'1".
Mbappe.
right, kinda. So
No, they said Jonathan Kuminga was 7'2" now.
yeah,
And
they
then
said
Kendrick
What?
Perkins went on.
Kuminga's, like,
Then Kendrick Perkins
7'2".
went on to ESPN and was like, rumor has that Jonathan Kuminga's 7'2" now.
Yeah, because Kendrick
Oh, he
Perkins is
fell
an
for it?
idiot.
He actually fell for it. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Kendrick
think
Perkins is just
I don't know if the
stupid.
Sengun thing is bait, but all the other ones are.
Mm.
That's awesome. I love it when ESPN falls for that stuff.
My guy Sengun.
It's like the ball sack sports
Ball sex,
will like
sports.
tweet something and then like Kendrick Perkins dumbass will like pick it up and
Is it
be
heavy
like,
breathing?
whoa.
Like, oh, this is so good.
He'll be like,
Every-
oh my
on
god, I
first
can't wait to
take.
talk about this on first take.
So he starts breathing heavily. So he gets so excited. God, they need to fix his mics because every time he comes on, like when he's not talking, you just hear him breathing. It's so gross. I think JJ Redick like even called him out one time on it. Like he's JJ Redick, so funny. But that Corey, that's all I got.
Yeah. You guys want to wrap it up there?
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for tuning into the Barrel Talk podcast. Hope to see you in the future episodes.